Hey, here at my local park, and I figured I'd do a first impressions video of this. Just got it in yesterday, the Hero10 Black Bones edition. GoPro's first attempt at making a naked style camera for production. So I've never been one to do the whole tear down a GoPro, because although I am mechanically inclined, I feel that I would absolutely destroy one or a couple before I actually got it right. So I'm so glad that they actually decided to manufacture this and make it just that much easier for the layman's person per se to get into the naked scene and have a ultra lightweight camera to put on FPV drones. So here, let's get to it. Here we have the Hero10, and the two drones I plan to use this on mostly is the Roma L3 freestyle slash long range build. This thing can fly for about 10 plus minutes with a good battery without any HD camera on it. So I'll be interested to see how much flight time I can get with the Hero10 Black Bones, and also the Protek35. I already normally would fly a stripped down Hero 8 or Hero 9, which basically means I'd take the battery door and battery off and just run the 5-volt iFlight power lead to power the GoPro. And that was about 93 grams of extra dead weight. So this going from 93 to about 60, I'm interested to see what flight time I can get, or what extra flight time I can get putting the bones on there. Image quality I'm not really concerned about, because this essentially is a Hero10 in its own right. They just basically stripped it down, took off everything that was unnecessary, which just leaves the motherboard, the sensor, the lens, microphone, which is good because I do often use voice commands to start and stop the GoPro, so I'm glad they left that on there. But all that just encased in a more robust plastic than you would typically find in a more traditional DIY naked GoPro setup. So that I'm glad about, which that just makes it more durable, which means it, when you inevitably do crash, there's less likelihood that it would break and you then have to go buy a whole nother GoPro, a whole nother naked case, and start the process all over again. That's another thing I like about this, is that if you do happen to break it, you have no questions asked replacement twice a year from GoPro. I'm sure there's a little small fee associated with that, but it's not anywhere near the price of having to buy a whole nother GoPro, having to buy a whole nother naked case, and potentially just gutting that out and shorting that out, or messing that GoPro up and then having to go buy a whole nother GoPro if you're not familiar with decasing GoPros and making them naked. I've looked at a couple tutorials, and although it is definitely doable, it is definitely not for the faint of heart, and you have to have a lot of patience, a lot of time, the correct tools, and if you just don't have that, then I don't know, it might not go too well for you. So like I said, I'm glad they did this. This is the first one, and hopefully the only one that I have to buy, because I will typically use this more for my long range cruisers and my Cinewhoops going indoors and stuff, so I don't plan on really bashing this. I've got Hero 8s and Hero 9s to do that with full TPU cases, so they're fully protected. So this is more of just a cinematic camera, what I plan on using it for. So yeah, I just wanted to give you that little tidbit about the image quality. And yeah, I'll show you in a minute how I plan on powering it, because it goes off of a GH 1.25 plug, and how I have it set up is I just run it out of one of the iFlight 5-volt Beck GoPro cables that they make. I just snipped off the USB-C and added the power leads from that, soldered them together, but you'll see that here in a minute as well. So let's go ahead and get it installed and get it up in the air and see what we can do. Okay, so here's that iFlight 5-volt Beck cable that I was telling you about. So I basically have the one end that goes to the GoPro, hopefully you can see that, and the other end that goes to the balance lead on my lipo battery. I just snipped off the USB-C end that was on this and soldered it up, and I've already tested it. It works totally fine. So this way you can take your Hero10 Black Bones from one drone to the next without having to worry about soldering and desoldering or buying extra cables for this and more cables for that. You just have basically a all-in-one solution that should hold up quite well. So here we have it all set up on my Roma L3. Basically battery, power lead coming out, going to the 5-volt Beck, power leads for the drone right here. And all in all, it looks like a pretty nice setup. I mean, it definitely doesn't feel that much weightier than me flying without it. Like I said, it's only an extra 60 or so grams, which can be a lot, depending on how you how you fly. But like I said, I plan on doing mostly just cruising and long range stuff with this camera, so battery should last me a good long while. All right, let's take it up. It seems that upon first flight, the motors are a tad bit hot. Now that's surprising, considering I've actually flown a 1500 milliamp 4S battery on here that weighs about 186 grams or so, with no problem whatsoever. It actually gives it the flight characteristics of a 5-inch at that point. But I'm wondering if it's because it is so, I mean, but it's not really front heavy. You pick it up and it's pretty level. So I'm wondering if I pull it back, if that will actually help a little bit, because I'm sure you could hear the fluttering sounds that it had as it was going. So I'm wondering. They're still good. we'll go back to the drawing board for this one. In the meantime, I'll see what it's like on the Protek here coming up now. Not bad at all. About 5.5 minutes. So I think I definitely will be using this with the Protek35. I still have to do some more R&Ds. Hello, Mr. B. Still have to do some more research as to why I can hold a bigger battery on my Roma L3, but I can't hold a smaller battery and this Hero10 Bones on it. That's kind of interesting to me. Yeah, I just do not understand, but I will try this now. Let me see. Angle it curve. Let's see. Let's see if this setup will work. But I'm going to be back with a smaller battery just to show you. Those won't cut. Just to show you that that's the weirdest thing. GoPro on. GoPro's now recording. I don't quite know what to make of this right now, but that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother video, figuring out what's going on with that. But I guess that will do it for this video, because I just wanted to take this out and test it, see how it flew, how it did, how it performed. Right now it seems to be pretty good. Pretty good. This will definitely, like I said, this won't be the only 2 drones that this camera goes on. I have 2 more long-range flyers. The Foxeer Aurora, which is amazing. That thing will get me over 18 minutes with Hero 8 with the battery and battery door removed. And that, like I said, goes down to it's like 93 grams, that payload. So this being 30 grams lighter, I'll probably get over that 20-minute mark with that Aurora. But the Aurora, Foxeer Aurora, and then an iFlight Chimera 5 that this is going to go on as well. And again, like I said, looking for one more Cinewoop, kind of a smallish, because I have a a small lightweight, but I want to get a small Cinewoop to do more indoor type stuff. So I was looking at the Cinelog 30. It may actually, I mean, I'll probably end up getting that. Just everything right now is out of stock, so yay for that. Yeah, let me know if y'all have the camera, what your thoughts are on it, what drones you plan to put it on or have put it on, what your experience is, and all that. But this is definitely will be a good tool in my arsenal, my filmmaker's arsenal of drone flying, because I do this professionally, so I'm always looking for the latest and greatest to get me the types of shots that we need to get. Like I said, I think that's it for right now. Until next time, peace.